Hello, Namaskar dear learners. I NIDHI MISHRA. Welcome you all to Amit Sinha IAS Academy, which is an online initiative. So let's start another topic of sociology, which I am going to take as we are discussing caste. So I wanted to finish up perspectives of caste. So we are today doing a perspective on caste by M.N.SRINIVAS. Okay. So let's understand what is the sayings and what are the ideas of M.N.SRINIVAS on caste, how he understands caste, right? So M.N.SRINIVAS, I don't think so anybody would be very unfamiliar with the term M.N.SRINIVAS, right? Because he is one person who is associated with two major terms, in fact I would say three major terms: modernization, westernization and Sanskritization. These are the terms which are widely used all the time. So M.N.SRINIVAS is quite popular among all the scholars. Okay. So when I say M.N.SRINIVAS was born on 1916, and he was an eminent scholar and an eminent personality in the field of sociology. He is endowed with the responsibility of establishing even D School of Economics of Sociology Department here in Delhi University. M.N.SRINIVAS has also many a time said that his research work has been hampered because of establishing many sociology departments across India. So that was one understanding. Okay. M.N.SRINIVAS has tried to understand caste from its dynamism. Okay. He has also understood caste from the perspective of village. M.N.SRINIVAS has been a student of G.S. Ghurye, whom we discussed in last class. But M.N.SRINIVAS has contradicted G.S. Ghurye on many fronts. He has also contradicted many European scholars, for example, Louis Dumont as well. Okay. So M.N.SRINIVAS, when we understand caste, which we will be taking up right now, before that I would like to mention here that M.N.SRINIVAS has given a dynamic understanding of caste. He has seen caste from the perspective of village. He has seen caste not within a framework, rather with the various social processes which are actually bringing change in caste system, and how the caste is also changing itself with the changing time. So the point is why we are discussing here M.N.SRINIVAS. When we answer such questions, for example, can caste be eradicated from India? Is caste still persistent in India? When such kind of questions comes in your UPSC exam, you need to mention such scholars, for example M.N.SRINIVAS or even Ghurye. So these perspective becomes important, that which shows that the student, that the UPSC aspirant is actually aware with such terms, with the name of such scholars. Okay. So when I say M.N.SRINIVAS, his understanding on caste, we have to understand caste according to M.N.SRINIVAS on these three criterias. First, I would say the interlinkages between Varna system and caste. Interlinkages between Varna system and caste. Second, the social structure of caste, which he divides it into ritual status and secular status. Understand what I am saying. The first is Varna system, Varna and caste. Second is the social structure of caste, ritual and secular. Third is interlinkage of caste and politics with the political structure, which is very, very important. You know, the questions all the time comes with this understanding that the caste and its role in caste politics. And fourth is secularization of caste in India. And secularization of caste in India. So on these four dimensions, we are going to understand M.N.SRINIVAS. See, he has done wide range of work in the field of sociology. Okay, he has studied Indian village. He did his research in Kurg. So in this short period, we cannot discuss at complete length the understanding of M.N.SRINIVAS and all the works. But we have to understand it in such a manner that when you are attempting a question, you are able to write it in such a concrete, in such a expressive manner that it shows that you have understood the scholar in quite a greater length. Okay, so when I say that M.N.SRINIVAS has also looked caste from the perspective of village. So here I would like to mention that M.N.SRINIVAS has actually contradicted the famous European scholar Louis Dumont. Louis Dumont, his famous book Homo Hierarchicus, he has actually understood caste from the perspective of just the perspective of Varna system or from the Varna framework. He says that caste is a rigid system which does not allow any mobility. Okay, and he has also seen village as a little republic, which has been countered by M.N.SRINIVAS. M.N.SRINIVAS says no, caste is very dynamic. Okay, caste is not very rigid. Caste allows mobility, but we need to see it that how caste allows mobility. So here first he has contradicted the views of Louis Dumont. Then he says Indian village. When he says Indian village, or many other even European scholars says Indian villages as independent as economic sustenance is there. They are dependent on Jajmani system. So they are complete in themselves. This has also been countered by M.N.SRINIVAS, that he says that Indian village is not a mini republic, a little republic. Rather than Indian village is also dynamic and is associated, and its linkages are there with the cities for various other works, for example economic dependence. So he says that a village is not complete in itself, and it is also dynamic and it is also changing, and so as the caste. So when he understands caste from the perspective of Varna system and caste, jati, so he says that when we say Varn, then Varn is one structure, it's one framework which actually segmentizes, or it is a segmentation of castes, because the caste is arranged hierarchically. Okay, the caste, because the four structures are rigid, it does not allow any mobility. So it is exclusive in itself, which Louis Dumont has also said the same thing, right? So when I say this, or when M.N.SRINIVAS says this, that he counters that no, Varna system is, we cannot understand caste only with Varna system. Rather, caste is very dynamic. Why it is very dynamic? Because we have seen, and it has been seen in the village, that people through the process of Sanskritization have changed their caste. Now what is Sanskritization? Sanskritization is the process when people from lower caste follow the practices of higher caste people in order to gain their higher ritual status. Okay, so it shows that with the process of Sanskritization, the people of lower caste has also changed to they have changed their ritual status. That means the process of Sanskritization has led to mobility in caste system. Okay, so he counters Louis Dumont here, that understanding of caste from the Varna framework, that caste does not allow mobility. He says no, caste allows mobility. It depends upon the context. You need it, you need to study it ethnographically, that how and what are the factors which are leading to caste mobility, right? He also says, he mentions it when he has studied Varna system and caste system, he in the interlinkages, he says that how the in ancient India or in past India, how many tribals, for example, he mentions that Reddis of South India have actually acquired a status, a social status in the caste system, and they were actually the tribals in the past. So he says that with the mobility, with the process of Sanskritization, there has been mobility in the caste system. Now let's understand the second structure, the social structure of caste. He says that we also need to understand the changes in caste from the two perspective, from the structure. एक घर, एक framework जो caste का है, वो दो पैमाने पे, जो कि है ritual status और है secular status. तो जब वो ritual status actually gets its assignment, its validity from the notion of purity and pollution. यहाँ पे भी लुई डूमो says that purity is non-transferable and pollution is contagious. Purity is non-transferable. So the higher caste, they see themselves as pure, which is non-transferable. And pollution, which are associated with the people of lower caste, is contagious. So on this notion, the understanding of caste is based on this notion, which grabs its validity from religion and scriptures and religious texts, that people of higher caste maintain distance, quote unquote, social distance from lower caste people. So this also has been contradicted by M.N.SRINIVAS. He says that in his study of Kurg village, he says that there have been castes of, in fact the lower caste people have also been maintaining distance from the higher caste people, in fact the Brahmins. Why? Because they thought that they bring bad omen, they bring bad luck for them. So even the lower caste people have also created or maintained a distance from the upper caste people. Now he says that when we understand, so here also he counters Louis Dumo, that you cannot all the time understand with this notion, with the notion of purity and pollution, that because when you understand purity and pollution of caste, then you understand in the terms of the deities which we worship, the food which we eat, with the concept of endogamy, with the social interaction, with commensality. So such we actually associate ourself, or we associate caste with on this parameter, and for the understanding of ritual status. For example, Herald Gold, a famous sociologist, he has studied rickshaw pullers of Lucknow. He says that the ritual status of caste, when the people of lower caste, or you say when the people from village, they moved to urban areas and they started working, and so as he has studied rickshaw pullers of Lucknow, so he says that a rickshaw puller, while he is on his duty, he interacts with other rickshaw pullers without any caste identity. Whether the other rickshaw puller belongs to a higher caste or a lower caste, that does not matter. But when he goes back to his home, he observes his caste identity. He observes his caste association. Why and where he observes his caste association? For maybe for marrying his daughter or his son. So there or for participating in any ritual function. So here he understands that in a public life, the caste is not playing its role. Right? The caste identity is not playing much role. But in the domestic sphere, the ritual status, the ritual part of caste it's still playing its role. So we cannot understand just in a fixed, rigid framework that caste does not allow mobility. Caste we only understand with ritual status. No, here M.N.SRINIVAS says that we also need to understand caste with the perspective, with the understanding of its secular status, secular structure. Now what is secular structure? He says that secular structure, he understands caste in the with the understanding of he says for example, he understands this secular structure with two terms as fission and fusion. Now understand fission and fusion. He says that castes get associated for their gratification of their own need. People from different caste, they get associated, they get into various associations for persuasion of their specific goal. So this is an example of fusion. For example, you take the politics of Uttar Pradesh. When we talk about the politics of Uttar Pradesh, we see that the people or the party also associates Brahmin people as well as people from Dalit identity. They both together, they come together to counter another party. So this is an example of fusion. And it has happened in 1990s in UP election also, that how Dalit and OBC, they combined together to overthrow the ruling party that time. Okay, so this is an example of fusion. Now fission, what happens, that it is horizontal mobility, you can say, right? So fission is happening that you are identifying your caste identity or your caste group for one particular persuasion or for gratification of one particular goal, but there have been certain differences due to which caste gets split among itself. Okay, here I would see, for example, here I would like to give an example of Rajasthan, that how the Rajputs, the Rajput caste got into one association. They formed Kshatriya Sabha, okay, and they were the landowners. They were the major landowners. Now, since this Kshatriya Sabha was not able to address to other small landholders of the same Rajput caste, so they were not able to address the needs of the smaller landholders of the Rajput caste only. So what happened? The Kshatriya Sabha got split into another association that was only looking for the needs, the demands of the Kshatriya people, but who were they? They were actually the small landholders. So here you saw the fission. The fission is also happening. अपने में ही टूट भी जाते हैं, जैसी ज़रूरत होती है, जैसा नीड होता है, उस हिसाब से कास्ट अपने आप को किसी दूसरे कास्ट पार्टी से, किसी दूसरी कास्ट आइडेंटिटी से अपने आप को जोड़ भी लेते हैं और ज़रूरत पड़ने पे बिखर भी जाते हैं, फिजन आउट भी हो जाता है. So he says that we need to understand caste from this dynamism also, from this perspective also, that you cannot understand caste just from the perspective of ritual status, because in secular sphere also, in party politics also, the caste is playing a major role. Not only this, with the advent or with the effect of westernization, people have started also dissociating themselves in the public sphere, in the public domain, from their caste identity. Okay, but as I mentioned just now, that people associate themselves with their caste and religious or ritual sphere in the domestic life, in their domestic life. Okay, so with the westernization has also changed the belief pattern of people, has also changed the attitude, has also brought attitudinal change as well. So together he combines this and he tries to understand the mobility in the caste from the perspective of secular structure as well. Okay, then he says that we need to understand caste from 20th century avatar of caste, from secularization. When he says that secularization of caste in India, he says that caste is moving towards casteization of caste in lower caste and varnization of caste in upper caste. We need to understand this. He says that casteization of caste in lower caste and varnization of caste in upper caste. See what is the meaning here and what is the understanding of M.N.SRINIVAS when he talks about secularization and understanding of caste from political structure. He says that in a secular sphere, the role of dominant caste people has been very important. So now he says that first we need to understand who are dominant caste people before understanding casteization and varnization and relating it to political status. So when he has discussed about the concept of Sanskritization, he has used the term dominant caste. He says that the dominant caste people in the specific locality in one village has been seen that the ritual practices of dominant caste people, the eating habit, the commensality, the other practices are being copied, are being aped by people from either from lower caste people or less dominant caste people of that particular village. Now he says that for being a dominant caste, what you need, what are the parameters for being a dominant caste? He says first, massive numerical strength. He says that they need to be more in number. Second, that caste group has to have the three capitals, or may not be three capitals but two capitals: the economic capital and also the cultural capital. Economic capital means you have मेजर लैंड होल्डिंग्स, आपके पास पैसा बहुत है, आपके पास ज़मीन बहुत है, पुराने जमींदार जो हैं तो उनके पास इकोनॉमिक कैपिटल है, लैंड लॉर्ड्स हैं, लैंड होल्डर्स हैं. उसके बाद ये जो इकोनॉमिक कैपिटल है, इट एक्चुअली गिव्स यू पावर. सो ही ऑल्सो ब्रिंग्स हियर पावर ऑल्सो, कि दिस गिव्स यू power to control, power to mobilize, power also to participate in caste politics in your particular area. Then he also says that dominant caste people have also been are affected by the spread of education. So they are also educated. You know, they have been affected by the process of education, and they are largely educated. So this capital they have also grabbed, and also they have seen that with this capital, it has been seen that with these capital, the dominant caste people rule in the political and economic sphere of the country or of their particular village. So these are the criteria which makes you dominant. आपके पास numerical strength है, आप मे भी आप कास्ट में ज़्यादा, आप रिचुअल स्टेटस में ज़्यादा है, ऊपर है या नहीं है, लेकिन आप न्यूमेरिकली ज़्यादा है, नंबर आपका ज़्यादा है, आपके पास लैंड होल्डिंग है, आपके पास मनी पावर है, आपके पास पॉलिटिकल पावर है, आपके पास एजुकेशन का पावर है. तो ये सारे पावर्स जब आपके पास मिल जाते हैं, ये सारे रिसोर्सेज जब आपके पास मिल जाते हैं, इट मेक्स यू अ डोमिनेंट कास्ट हु रूल्स ओवर द अदर लेस डोमिनेंट कास्ट, और हु रूल्स ओवर द अदर कास्ट ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर लोकेलिटी. फॉर एग्जाम्पल the Yadavs of Uttar Pradesh, for example the Kurmi, the OBC caste of Bihar, for example the Reddis of Andhra Pradesh, they are the dominant caste. For example, the Bhumihars, the upper caste, they are the Sanskritized caste. He says that they call themselves as Bhumihar Brahmin, and they are the Sanskritized caste who are the dominant caste in Bihar. Okay. Now understand that how does dominant caste play an important role in political structure. He says that this dominant caste actually plays an important role in deciding the political structure of that locality, of that region. He says that because this dominant caste plays role in association and in dissociation. Association, when he says that the various dominant caste people, they combine together to grab the power. Caste calculus, which he says. And they dissociate also, that after forming a